5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hello and welcome to Truth, Beer, and Podsequences. So this is a podcast where my co-hosts and I listen to all the Cincinnati-based craft beer podcasts from the previous week, and we get together here at our gracious podcast host. We are at Higher Gravity Summit Park, and we give our version of the truth of how those podcasts went. Now, hopefully there aren't too many consequences from the hosts of the other podcasts. So far, so good. Everything's been going pretty good. I am Marco. I'm a taproom manager here locally in the area, and I'm about to introduce the best co-host in Podcastlandia.
Hi, Marco, and to all the listeners, I'm Julia. I am a drinker of all the craft beers in the Cincinnati area. I am also an occasional judge of some of Cincinnati's best Oktoberfest beers.
Excellent
in
judge.
In the Cincinnati area.
Excellent
I
judging.
do what I can, and I also enjoy writing funny things about beer, song parodies and the like, mostly during beer event season, which is quickly approaching.
It is.
And if you have not yet bought your Higher Gravity beer event box, you need to get on that. You need to buy it. They are running low.
Don't be a loser.
Yes.
Get a box.
Be like all the cool kids and buy a Higher Gravity beer event box. You can purchase those on their website, not at the locations.
Yeah, don't do that.
It is highergravitycrafthouse.com/store, and house is spelled Haus.
Because they're cool like that.
They're super cool like that. So check them out. Shout out to producer Adam for helping us out tonight, as always. And shout out to producer Annie. A huge congratulations to her and her family.
Producer Annie.
Just good news, wonderful things, and we couldn't be more happy for her.
Very happy.
We also have someone else very special.
Yes.
Actually in the room with us.
We have a guest. And first-time guests introduce themselves. However, this is not a first-time guest, so I'm going to make a phone call.
Oh, okay.
We need someone to introduce the guest.
Who has not been on the show for a very long time, since episode 24, which is far too long, but...
Do you have a minute? Can you...
Ooh, Mark gets on the phone.
Stop being a bitch. Just do the thing. Hey, this is Joe Pesci.
Oh, God.
Hello. I'm here to introduce the new guest on Truth, Beer, and Podsequences. He as a youth used to play with the magic cards and the games and things, and is doing his best to keep the man bun going in today, 2022.
I try.
Today's guest is Julia's Josh. Julia's Josh, I'm done with this. You can go ahead and talk now.
Hi, everybody.
Welcome back.
It's been a little while.
It's been a while.
Hey, Joe, thanks. Fuck you, Marco. Okay,
Man.
Joe, thanks, man. That's real rough from the get-go.
Maybe we don't have Joe in our guest rotation or guest intro rotation anymore.
Truth Beer Pod,
Short-ass
keeping Joe
motherfucker.
Pesci relevant.
Yeah.
No
I'd say
kidding.
give me a high five, but it'd just be a low five.
Oh,
he's short. Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Look in the mirror, Marco.
Wow.
Oh, Jesus. Here we go. All right. Welcome, everyone.
All right. Anyway, let's try to rein in these cats if we can. This is a podcast about other Cincinnati craft beer podcasts, which makes it, in and of itself, a craft beer podcast.
It does. And we are the number one craft beer podcast that talks about Cincinnati craft beer podcasts. So glad to let everyone know that we're number one, and truly thank everyone for the tens of you that help us get there. So thank you.
It's true. We definitely appreciate it. We would not be a good craft beer podcast if we weren't drinking craft beer or other craft spirits while we're here, as happens sometimes.
Yep.
So let's go ahead and go around the table. Josh, you are our guest, so would you like to let everyone know first what you're enjoying right now?
I am enjoying a Masthead Brewing Company out of Cleveland.
Heard of them.
It's called Wet Case Scenario. It is a fresh hop double IPA.
And it's clear.
Yeah, it's quite West Coasty.
Hell yeah.
80 IBU, 8.5% ABV.
Awesome.
Nice.
Bring back
Clear IPAs.
Yes.
clear IPAs.
Yes. Marka, how about you?
I am having Improv
Ooh.
from Fretboard Brewing.
Excellent. And I am enjoying the house beer, Low G, produced by Westside and supplied to Higher Gravity. And it's probably one of my favorite, just lighter, easy to enjoy beers.
Also clear.
Also clear. We are all. Yours is a little hazier than the rest of ours, Marco.
Yeah, I don't think it's meant
You're
to be
not-
a hazy, but it's
Well,
not.
no, but it's not as clear
Yeah.
as ours.
Yeah.
All right, so we have some.
Go away. Fuck. Hey, everybody back.
So we have a couple podcasts to talk about tonight. We actually only have 2 of them on the list, but that's fine. We're going to have a great
That's
time
okay.
talking about them. So I almost said Joe and Josh because, that guy's
Short
in my head
bastard
now.
back there.
Short bastard. The other short bastard, Marco.
Yeah.
So how did...
We're all short. It's okay.
It's true. It's true. Did both of you listen to Cincy Brewcast?
I got the notes.
I got it.
All right.
I did.
And how about shift beers?
Yeah.
Yes.
All
Oh,
right. All right. Do we just want to go in our normal order, Cincy Brewcast, and then shift beers?
Yeah, I would normally let the guest pick, but I'm not. So, yeah, let's just go in the normal order.
I was going to say
Brewcast
dealer's
and-
choice. It's fine.
All right. All right.
Welcome to the show, by the way.
Thank you.
Welcome back. Always good to have you here.
Yeah. I feel like you're here in spirit every week.
Yeah.
That's all you got? That's
Yeah.
That's okay. Very good.
I mean, while you guys are recording, I'm having a beer.
It's true. He's
Awesome.
drinking with us.
Anticipating
I'm at all the events. and,
Skyline.
I'm
or-
always here. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
you're
true,
like,
he is.
well, is it going to be Skyline or Taco Bell? What is Julia going to bring home this week?
I'm also usually hounding Julia, like, when are you going to be home?
Because I'm hungry, I want food,
Yeah.
and you have to be up early to work tomorrow, so
Yeah.
he keeps me in check. It's great. Let's see. On this episode of the Cincinnati Brewcast,
Okay, we all
let's
have to drink then.
drink. Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers.
Gnome went down to Darkness Brewing to talk with Eric about all things darkness, but more specifically, Blumpkin.
Darkness.
Darkness's Blumpkin beer.
Blumpkin.
I'm gonna say was back because I don't know if it's still available because it is a very limited.
They do, yes, a very
Relief.
limited, it's a very small amount of Blumpkin out there in
I mean,
the world.
but isn't any amount of Blumpkin a good Blumpkin?
yeah,
Like,
I mean,
like,
of course,
it's not-
right?
Right. I mean, why? I mean, just because you haven't been able to get a Blumpkin this year doesn't mean it wasn't a good Blumpkin. Or if you were only able to get a small Blumpkin.
A small Blumpkin,
Or maybe
just
you
a
were able
little
to
bit
get-
of Blumpkin,
or if you were lucky enough that you got a lot of Blumpkin.
Yeah.
It's all good.
and they
it's-
intentionally don't advertise about the Blumpkins
Mm-hmm.
Because they don't want an enormous rush. Essentially, a giant, mass showing up for Blumpkins.
Well, yeah, there might be some confusion in the tap room. They might just want
bit.
to avoid that. That's, yeah.
Could
this
be.
is true. This is true.
Could be.
Some people aren't into Blumpkin and Blumpkin beers and Blumpkin everything.
It's understandable, for
I
sure.
get
True.
it, but I mean, it's
Not everyone likes pumpkin beer.
Or Blumpkins.
yeah.
That's what I meant.
Yeah. Oh wait.
Oh wait, hold on. What
Wait. Which podcast are we doing tonight?
the
Oh, maybe we mixed up our dates.
Oops All Blumpkins?
So apparently, Eric remembers more about what happens on the Gnome's show than the Gnome does.
Yeah.
Did you get that?
Well,
that feeling
I think what
when-
it is. I mean, it's a the Gnome's a volume shooter,
Oh
right?
God, yeah.
He's,
Wait a minute. Whoa. Anyway. Oh man, we are starting off.
What
on
happened?
An excellent note. I have no
What
idea.
happened?
I have no idea.
Okay.
No idea.
Pause.
So Eric, I mean, when you're only on a podcast a couple times, you that sticks out, and you
Sure.
remember
Oh,
that.
sure.
But I mean, the Gnome is doing his work, in as much of a quantity as he can do for all of his different aspects of Gnome Creative.
Right,
And so,
right.
yeah, it's pretty. I can understand not getting all the details
Oh,
necessarily
sure.
correct.
Sure, like it's how I'm able to pull, Gnome's episode numbers just completely out of the air when he's like, man, I don't know when that happened. And I'm like, boom, that was like volume 2, episode 13. Why don't you know
Well,
this?
you're the queen of screens as well.
It is true. It is true. I definitely do my best. Darkness, or what Eric says about Darkness beer is he likes to make, or they like to make, aggressively subtle beers, which I thought was a really cool and interesting phrase.
That's awesome.
But it fits. It fits really, really
Sure.
well. It's
Absolutely.
like one of their most popular beers from a place called Darkness that focuses mostly on darker beers is a golden stout.
Yeah,
And it's absolutely amazing.
it's wonderful. I mean,
is-
I take a shower in it.
Well,
A golden shower.
Oh, again, which podcast are we recording tonight? Oh God, I'm so confused. So confused.
Well, the only thing is I can't drink it, so it's so delicious. I would shower with it because it has
lactose. Yeah,
correct.
Yeah,
yes, correct.
Thank you for the clarification on that one.
Yeah.
What's so funny?
I don't know. Nothing. I'm laughing at myself. We'll go with that. Taproom talk. They talked a lot about the art in the Darkness Taproom and how it started off as a single mural on the door, and now it's grown into art just being in every nook and cranny of the place.
Yeah.
And it was an organic, I don't want to call it an evolution of the taproom because it's not like the taproom itself changed at all, but it became the, I guess, artistic masterpiece that it is, organically piece by piece. It wasn't their idea to eventually have murals covering the walls of the bathroom, the ceilings, the floor, all that.
From the windows to the walls.
From the windows to the walls. And, I mean, as Eric said, it was unintentionally intentional.
Yeah.
Another amazing key phrase from the episode.
Have you guys been to Darkness?
Yeah.
We've been down there
Twice.
2 or 3 times, yeah.
I think it was twice.
And
Did you get a Blumpkin?
No, we haven't gotten a Blumpkin there.
No, no.
Oh, okay.
Maybe we should. What?
It's different when I'm sitting across from the two of you.
The jokes hit a little bit differently when you're looking us both in the eye. Then it just gets awkward. But no, if I do, I would like to go down there sooner rather than later. And if there is still some of their black pumpkin beer, I would absolutely love to get some. I'm not super hopeful just because of the limited amount that they make, but it's definitely on the list for next year, if nothing else, to make, an actual effort to get down there rather than, oh, hey, this is out, and then just get distracted with life and potentially miss.
I mean, they only bottled,
release.
48 bottles?
Yeah.
Something like that?
Yeah, some crazy
very,
small
very
amount.
limited.
Yeah.
Very limited.
But I've heard nothing but good things about the beer, so.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Just extremely positive things about Blumpkin.
Mm-hmm. Moving on, going back to talking about tap rooms, they had an interesting conversation about these were their words, Applebee's-esque tap rooms. Tap rooms that, like multiple locations, where each location has the same feel, but its own kind of unique pieces to it. Are those the popular destinations, the tap rooms that people want to go in versus every single tap room, if it's, one brewery opening up multiple locations? Do people want each tap room to be completely unique and feel completely unlike its brother and sister tap rooms?
I feel like it's certainly a very good discussion. So Josh, like you said, you've been to Darkness. Mm-hmm. If Darkness decided that they were going to put a tap room in, I don't know, anywhere, let's say Chicago.
Yep.
And they found a space exactly the same size of theirs, current space, and they did exactly the same thing. And they had the same artists, the same murals, the same beer. They had a food truck outside where the pizza rolls are the number one selling thing, and it was the same thing. Would it be the same vibe, or do you think it would lose something?
I think I actually spoke to Eric about this a bit when we were at Big Sis.
Nice.
And I told him it feels like a cool basement hangout. Like you went to the cool kid's house and there's couches in the basement, there's black lights on the walls sort of thing. And it feels like a little bit like home. Mm-hmm. And what you're saying, if we were to take that and literally copy paste it in a different city, I don't think it would feel the same because it's a different community. It's different people. And maybe the beer community in Chicago is very similar or whatever, but I think there's different beer types, there's different tastes, there's different outlooks and everything, and those people are going to make it what it is, not necessarily the space. So I think the space, in my eyes, doesn't necessarily matter. If they want to Applebee's the place up, that's fine, but I think it still needs to have some sort of regional look.
Yeah, kind of a tie-in to make you feel like you're part of the Chicago community going to and again, to use that as the example, the Chicago Darkness location versus the Cincinnati, or not the Cincinnati, but, the Northern Kentucky feel of the Bellevue community for...
Well, we talked to Noam about that when we were on his show. We were talking about, like, what makes craft beer craft.
Right.
And it was,
community.
Mostly community.
Yeah.
It's, like, the beer... You can get beer everywhere.
Sure. But it's where you're enjoying it.
You keep going back to a certain place that has a feel that you enjoy.
The other thing that I totally agree with all of that, and then going back to the example of Darkness, say, popping up somewhere else. We're just using Chicago as an example.
Right. Now, I will say there was some talk about second or multiple tap rooms, so definitely listen to this episode.
Yes.
Because there was some really interesting thoughts.
Yes.
On that. But anyway, go ahead. Just wanted to interject with that.
Sure, and absolutely a reason to go and listen to the episode, to the pod. But so many things I'm sure they learned by opening Darkness that, and much like here at Higher Gravity, there were so many things that the ownership learned by opening their original location that they wanted to do differently at a second location. But I hope that, let's say, as you listen to the pod, if they did open a second place, hopefully that organic way of growing and building a space and having things happen as they do still stays part of what they want to do in a second location, right?
Sure. And just knowing, I think Josh, you talked to Eric a lot more than I was able to, so I feel like you, and I'm using air quotes for those of you not on the live stream, which may or may not happen sooner rather than later.
Hi, everybody.
You kind of know the the ownership, the brewery a little bit better than I do at this point. I don't think that the feeling that I get from them is that they would try to... I completely lost my train of thought with where I was going with this.
Probably
they don't want it to feel the same.
Yeah,
and
they would
like Marco, what you said. Higher Gravity, when they opened this location, they knew what they wanted to do different, and it does feel different, and it matches the area. It feels different.
To me, it still feels like a Higher Gravity.
It does,
but it's not like a carbon copy feel to the Northside location.
Right.
Okay, yeah.
Northside feels a little more down to earth a bit. I mean, this feels great. Like, this place feels awesome, but...
I feel like Northside feels a little cozier just
cozy.
because it is
Cozy's a good
smaller.
word,
Everything's... Like, there's definitely more space here at Summit Park.
Like,
but they both are...
I have no stake in Indian Hill, okay? So I don't think I've ever even been to Indian Hill. But if we were to take Darkness and we were to copy paste it in Indian Hill, the vibe's going to be really off. If you take everything Darkness is about and you paste it in Indian Hill, where it's a bit upscale.
Sure, a bit. A little bit. There's $6 million houses.
So... The people are used to a certain type of experience and all that. I assume a tap room in Indian Hill, I'm sure it would do well, but I think it needs to match a certain vibe in order to do that. And I think
trying to change that for like a second Darkness location,
not that
might
Darkness wouldn't do well there. I just think
Well,
the hangout basement-y feel.
Darkness in Indian Hill.
There we go. We're
it's closer to where I live.
Yeah.
I would go there more often.
There you go.
I want a reason to want to go to Indian Hill.
There you go.
So what I mean is, I think the vibe needs to adapt a little bit to the community. It would be weird for the community to all be a certain type and then just have this... I'm going to call it a sore thumb. That's not really what I mean, but like...
It's just something completely different.
It just sticks out to a point where it's so alien to the area that it just feels wrong to even want to experience that.
Sure.
No, I know what you're saying.
Like, it's got to fit in a bit.
Right.
And if that means the decor has to change a bit, so be it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of moving away from the taproom stuff, this is something that... when they mentioned it, it's a slight throwback to a podcast that we covered many, many moons ago from the Northern Kentucky Spotlight when they talked to Brewcast.
Oh, yeah.
So Darkness is involved with the KGB for Kentucky Proud.
Yes.
And that's all I'm going to say about that.
That's it. That's completely true.
Yes. So definitely listen to see what exactly that means, because it's not, it is or it isn't exactly what you think it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. They talked a bunch about sours, sour beers, the sour programs, and the fact that when Brett gets involved, Brett eats absolutely everything.
Yeah.
Brett is incredibly hard to kill. And all I kept thinking was, how did Coleman Baker get involved in this conversation?
And why do people want to kill him?
It is true.
I think what it is, it's that thing that's been going around social media lately, which is really awesome, where it's like, okay, you got the one line where it's the fuck around line, and the other line, which is the find out line. It's like, if you are at a 7 at the fuck around line, and then you go to a 7 on the find out line,
right?
And then you find out if you go all the way up. So essentially, the more you can fuck around, the more you can find out.
It's true, that's where Brett Coleman Baker and sours, because I mean that's absolutely what they were talking about.
Yep.
Because when you talk about sours, and fruit tarts, those types of beverages, because some of those aren't beers. Correct. I'm not going to get myself in trouble with this one if we ever want to to try to
Did you see Brett's latest creative process situation?
I have not. I've been
on the Twitters?
I've been busy, so I have not been able to be as caught up on the social medias. Oh boy.
Oh boy. I'm gonna give it.
So while you're looking that up, I'm just gonna say, kind of tied into some of that, Eric is also incredibly good about back tracing conversations to the whole, how did we end up talking about this? When my first question to you was, hey, do you like Blumpkins? He is able to back trace those conversations so incredibly well.
Yeah.
I'd want to change the conversation too.
Okay.
So you got Brett, coffee idea. You've tried cat poop coffee.
Yes, it's good.
You've had bird shit coffee.
Have not had that.
Now prepare your mouth for the next coffee fecal creation, human crap coffee.
Oh.
Real humans eating, digesting, and shitting out fresh coffee cherries to be cleaned, dried, and roasted for your liquid entertainment.
Oh my. I will say. Good.
There's a word there, idea. Let's leave it that way.
I don't know. The civet poop coffee is pretty goddamn good.
This is like a Saturday night, 3 a.m. I had way too much to drink, fever dream sort of idea.
You wake up, the room is still spinning, or something else.
Something else.
Hey,
I don't want to implicate him on.
Sure, right.
He is a very responsible adult.
Yes,
that's all we're gonna say. Having met him for less than 30 seconds, I can tell you he is an incredibly responsible adult. Sasquatch.
We met Sasquatch. I've not met Brett. We met Sasquatch. A very sweaty Sasquatch.
Oh my god.
Let's go.
Oh my god. That was fantastic.
It almost happened.
Man, so the live stream caught an absolutely amazing near hit.
Towel.
We almost yes. We almost needed clean up on aisle 6.
That's right. Whoa.
Anyway.
Hold on. You want to look at my notes? What else do we have?
There were only 2 other notes and a multiple choice question.
Okay, let's go.
All right. They said in this episode, and I did not actually do this, much like I've done with other things. Be careful when you're Googling the word Blumpkin. Be careful, be careful, be careful. This is one that I did not do. I have not looked it up.
There you go.
Look, not on a work
device or any device.
Stress that, yes.
And the phrase from Gnome, I'll link it in the show notes. You almost spit out your beer again on that one. Man, we're doing good tonight.
That's so
good. In my best narrator voice, and he did not, because he was talking about there was a vlog or a kind of a drinking with the gnome. There was some visual post that he did on YouTube about the last time or a couple years ago that Darkness released Blumpkin. He said he was going to link to that episode in his show notes. He did not, so I stepped in as the best producer that he has ever had. October 7th of 2020. The Gnome Life Vlog Episode 3 on YouTube, titled It's a Black Pumpkin Beer. So Blumpkin is nowhere in the title or the description. So if you try to Google the Gnomes channel for Blumpkin, you're going to get some.
Not gonna.
It's not going to be what you think you're looking for. So
Blumpkin gnome would come up with some weird results.
That's
I'm sure.
Well, Bloom.
Not spoiling anything in the episode.
But yeah, so if you are interested in watching his vlog on YouTube about Blumpkin, oh no, you have to go all the way back to October 7th of 2020. All right, so we need to. This has gone on way too long. So Marco and Josh,
finish the Blumpkin.
Oh,
I have one more thing real quick.
Yes, absolutely.
Eric, if you're listening to this, when can Marco get a Blumpkin t-shirt?
Do Blumpkin t-shirts need to exist? I had my first Blumpkin at Darkness Brewing. Yes, no, maybe not.
That's great.
Is it though? Oh man! All right.
What else you got?
Multiple choice question.
Okay.
Because both of you listen to the episode and we all share the exact same notes because just our minds are connected the same.
Super connected.
There were a lot of really neat phrases that Eric used, such as aggressively subtle and unintentionally intentional. There was another one. Which of these phrases was actually said by Eric from Darkness Brewing during this episode?
Ooh. You want to intro to the multiple choice?
Yes, let's do it. Not Joe.
Not Joe.
Fuck
that guy.
Yeah.
I made Joe leave.
Yes, thank you.
Asshole.
Yes.
Bring him back later.
A dog came in and just scared him right out the door.
It was a tiny dog.
It was.
It was a little tiny dog.
Not to him.
Let's see. Hey, your buddy Frank Stallone.
God, Frank.
It's Frank Stallone. I'm here.
I thought I blocked you.
No, well, Marco asked me to come up, since I wasn't doing very much. If you listen to my music, look my music up.
No.
Frank Stallone.
Don't do it, guys.
It's my brother is doing a new show on Paramount Plus. But anyway, check that out. And I'm here to introduce Julia's multiple choice question. I'm done now, so Julia, go ahead.
All right.
Thanks, Frank.
Which of these phrases was spoken by Eric during this episode of, I'm going to do it, guys, the Cincinnati Brewcast?
We cheers.
Cheers. They drink before the quiz. Was it A, we put the limes in the coconut porter? It's a specialized specialty? Or we poked a she-wolf?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good.
Listen to the episode.
I know which one.
Find out. Yeah.
I know Josh knows which one because he
Absolutely.
listened.
Yeah. Do we have are you going to give us the D? Are we going to add?
And Marco brings the D. Way to go, Julia, with the hand motions. I appreciate that.
I was just thinking about manscaped.com.
That's right.
Promo code GNOME.
And along that lines, the D is magically delicious.
Oh, yeah. Very good. All right. Well, it looks like we're going to need a couple refills here very soon. But that is all we have for this episode of Cincy Brewcast with Eric from Darkness Brewing. Great episode.
Darkness.
It was fantastic. I always love the conversations with Eric when he is on the shows. It was awesome seeing him down at Big Sis. Check it out. And, give us a minute to get some more beers. And we will be back with Shift Beers. We made it back. We have, you guys have fresh beers. I'm still working on my low G because, it's just how I roll.
That's fine.
It's cool.
You're probably driving too, aren't you?
I am driving, so I kind of keep a better check on things when I am here. So.
I don't.
Yes, Josh,
the IPA guy.
I show up every now and then, and I just do it big. There you go.
It's true. So what is in your glass now, Josh?
Hop Shockra by Third Eye Brewing.
Nice.
Very good. I had that last week, I think, on the show.
It's a bitter boy.
I think you had it either before or after, because I don't remember typing that in the show notes.
Okay.
So, because, unlike some podcasters, I put stuff in the show notes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did one in Oktoberfest, but I didn't see one that I actually wanted to drink.
Gotcha.
So.
Yeah.
That's fair.
That's fair.
How about you, Marco?
I have Black. It's a dry Irish stout. from Bellhaven.
Nice.
Very nice. Is that what it's called? Blech.
It's called Black.
A black.
Yes.
I think you said blech. Like,
you have to say it like black.
Like Dracula saying blech.
Blah.
Dracula.
Dracula.
I'm here to taste your beer.
Oh, my goodness. All right.
Spooky.
This so spooky.
Let's talk. Good Lord.
Spooktober.
It's a herd of cats. Oh my God. Mark
You guys might have to have Dracula on the podcast by the end of the month.
Oh,
by the end of the month, I bet
do
we
you
could
think,
call him.
Marco, you're the public relations guy. Do you think you can reach out?
I think we can reach out to Dracula.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would like an interview with Dracula. Marco interviewing Dracula specifically.
Ooh. Yes, that will be our
Julia
Halloween
can just
bonus.
have a beer and just relax.
I'll just sit
I
back.
want Marco.
I'll just sit back. I'll control the board, and I'll let Marco.
Take me back to the beginning when you were young, and tell me when you. It's like
I want a really nice
talk
back
to me
and
about the
forth of
struggle
Marco and Dracula.
about becoming Dracula.
Hey, that's
Were you
content right
teased
there.
as a kid in school, or what was that dynamic?
Yeah.
It'd be sad to learn that he was like
feel like
the best
things shifted,
athlete in school.
Oh my
and
God. Call the episode Interview with a Vampire.
Brilliant.
Totally just not like somebody's gonna sue us for something.
Hey, you know
We'll
what?
call it Interview with the Vampire.
Truth,
There
beer,
you go.
and yes. Yes.
See?
Like when Vanilla Ice was suing, he's like, nah. I had the in it.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I forgot about that.
Dun, 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 dun.
Which makes it a totally different thing.
Totally different.
Oh
Totally
my God. Good Lord. Well, it sounds like we have our Halloween bonus content idea lined up.
I am so excited for that.
Nice. All right. How about, before this goes completely off the rail, well, even more
Had like
off the
2
rails.
beers.
You know
Yeah.
what? Sometimes great ideas don't need to come from beers. Sometimes they actually just...
Or it happened after you talk about Blumpkin.
Tell me what needs to happen.
Hey,
I
Marco,
got the
what
ideas.
were you talking about for your mattresses, the song?
Somebody's watching me.
Because it's
Rockwell.
playing right now.
Because it's playing right now.
Yeah. Very
Place I used to work at had a mattress called Rockwell. And anytime someone would come up and say, so I sold the Rockwell, and I would just go, always feel like somebody's watching me.
Talk about getting sued. Jeez.
Did any of your employees ever get it?
They got it.
Okay, cool.
Oh, yeah,
cool,
they
cool,
got
cool.
it.
Good.
And they would wait. They would pause because they knew I would do it.
Wait for you
They
to
knew
do it. That's
anytime,
awesome.
like, hey, I was trying
That's
to find
awesome.
this Rockwell, and then I just go into it.
That's
Their
amazing.
heads all snap at Marco like do it.
We're waiting.
Do it.
Yes. When
they
you
would
set a
get
standard,
disappointed.
when you
Yeah,
set
absolutely.
a standard like that,
Yeah, absolutely.
what do you say we talk about shift beers?
Yeah. I mean, that's what we're here to do, right?
I
So-
guess.
Is it post? All right, this is episode 101. Hams and hams.
Lol.
Lol. Yes, when you write it out. Or it's, no one can see what I'm doing right now. But
It's a man drowning.
it is a man drowning.
A man, yeah, a man
Yep.
drowning, or a good field goal.
Which we
Field
have,
goal's good.
which we have not had. I mean, there have been a lot of good field goals so far this season, but there have also been a lot of not good field goals this season.
Yeah.
A lot of doinks. McPherson's like straight over the center of the upright.
Yeah.
Holy shit! Come on. Anyway, we'll record our sports ball podcast later.
Yeah.
But this time, right now, I'm
In the moment.
I swear to God,
Let's
I
go,
don't know
Julia.
what's happening. Hams and Ham. This episode of Shift Beers, they broke Bryan like 8 minutes into the episode. He was done. He was beyond done. And I thought he was going to walk out. I thought that he was going to throw in the towel and just say, no more,
And the thing
I'm
is,
done.
you would think it would be because the show is called Hams and Ham.
Right.
And
he would-
he's got this sensitive stomach where he can't eat anything but like lettuce wraps and I don't know, like tofu, and then
Brown rice and like plain chicken.
right, brown rice, plain chicken,
Yeah.
and then just rip it up with bourbon and booze and all that. on,
heaters.
Yeah, heaters, because that helps.
Because that's real good for the stomach.
Yeah, the
Real good
heaters.
for the stomach.
Yeah, he's like, you gotta got to rip a few heaters so that I can, do my morning ritual. But anyway, but no, it was actually because they had food involved. And in the history of shift beers, there have only been a few episodes where food was involved.
This is true.
The most recent one were bring your own adjuncts.
Right. Well, they had a couple bring your own adjuncts.
They had a couple bring your own adjuncts. They had one where I think Corey made gumbo. Mm-hmm. And then Julia, you brought snacks.
I brought snacks when I was on their show. And of course, I wasn't thinking until I got there. I'm like, these are all crunchy, like pretzel bites and stuff like that. I'm like, we can't eat these while we're recording because we'll just be crunching into the mic. So I brought the snacks, but we didn't really eat the snacks until after the fact.
Yeah. But it's apparently the eating and chewing into the microphone, which is sending Bryan into another level of hell.
I heard people love that.
Speaking of hell, Art Briles. Anyways.
We got pretty early on in this episode a Twisted Tea tip from Josh.
Yeah.
Which is it is very well fitting for a Josh's Twisted Tea tip. This one, I'm going to go ahead and spoil it for people because it's amazing. And then I want my Josh.
You want a Twisted Tea tip from me?
I would like your Twisted Tea tip.
Okay.
Yes. It can counter this one. It can be its own thing. But Josh from Shift Beers, his Twisted Tea tip was everything sessionable if you're not a bitch. Which he's not wrong. Not the best idea, but again, that's what his Twisted Tea tips are. They're not great ideas.
They've never said how long the session has to be.
Oh. Is that your Twisted Tea tip?
No.
Okay. Well,
wait, hold on.
So
should we get are we going to,
yes,
you want to intro? You want to intro, lead in?
Celebrity intro for your Twisted
Tea tip?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. All right, hold on.
Get out your
Let me get
phone.
the phone.
Yeah. Your contact list must be amazing.
Most of these people are not returning my calls.
The fact that they're all in Cincinnati, it's baffling.
Hold on.
It's just a really good time. I mean, Cincinnati is a
good
pretty
time.
good
there's
film
one
hub.
that usually answers, and he's really fucking pissy. Like, he's fucking, he's like...
Is that who you're calling?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I guess.
Hello. This is Morgan Freeman.
I thought...
This guy, Marco, keeps calling me. I don't know why I answer. Anyway, what you're about to hear may change the very existence of life on this planet. Or not, because it's Julia's Josh's Twisted Tea tip. And now, Josh with his tip.
If you... We need a minute?
No.
Okay. Thank you, Morgan Freeman.
Thanks, Morgan. Fuck you. What?
Excuse you.
What just happened?
I don't think I've ever heard Morgan Freeman have an attitude, but
man.
yeah. If you take a white T-shirt and you twist it up and you dunk it in dye and then untwist it, you have a tie-dye T-shirt.
It's a twisted.
It is a Twisted Tea tip.
Oh.
Everyone, Marco is currently leaving the room.
Marco's leaving the building. Took off the headset. I
want to point out, I did not know I was going to be providing a Twisted Tea tip.
Yes.
This was very last minute. I just made that up. And now Marco is gone. He's shaking his head at me.
You're the new co-host, unless he comes back.
Okay.
Welcome.
I got
Welcome
promoted,
to
I guess.
Hell yeah.
Oh, he's coming back.
Oh my God. That was great. It's a Twisted Tea.
It is a Twisted Tea tip. You did not specify.
It's true.
Whatever the hell
It's
we
true.
paid you is too much.
I mean, I'm paying for my own beer, so...
You should pay double.
All right. Is going back to shift beers.
Please.
Is Hamm's and PBR the same thing?
They said so, but I don't know. I don't trust. I don't trust a lot of what they call factual
Facts,
information.
right.
I mean, because it's a satire podcast. I mean, essentially.
Oh, for sure.
And if they don't think so, then look in the mirror.
If you are a longtime listener of Shift Beers, you'll remember back in episode 95, they gave you all their Wi-Fi passwords.
Oh, yeah.
Chris updated his, so be sure to listen to this episode to get Chris's new Wi-Fi password and also the PIN for his debit card. So if you happen to see that laying around anywhere, you can go ahead and do a little shopping on him. I mean,
he likes to share it, actually. He shares pictures of the front and the back of his card.
Right. I mean,
it's weird.
All you need is the PIN and you're set. I mean, you have absolutely everything you need.
He trusts people.
Yeah.
Just don't abuse it, and it's okay.
Actually,
right?
What's funny is today, one of sports media people that I follow on Twitter, they were at the dentist, and they said their Wi-Fi password to the dentist office was a tooth 123.
As long as it wasn't tooth hurty.
That's the time that I scheduled my wisdom teeth to be pulled.
Yeah?
Oh, no.
Dad joke?
Oh, no.
Yep.
Marcus leaving again.
Oh, no.
You got him twice in one, not even one episode, but twice in one, segment. Man, you're good.
Man. All right, he's back.
All right, he's back. For better or worse. It's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
The amount of head
You feel
shaking, I
good?
love this.
Do you
Yes.
feel good about what you just did?
You guys wanted me here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
Yes.
Actually, yeah.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, we did.
What I liked about this episode is the ratio of each, I'll just call them segments for the episode, because they were much different than they normally are for Shift Beers. Drinking was only about 10 minutes. So this was, again, roughly an hour-long episode. I'll say about 10 minutes of that was drinking. The main part of the episode title, where they discussed hams and ham, was about 20 minutes. And then bonus beers was the entire second half of the episode.
Josh, you ever had a ham salad?
Oh.
You mean ham salad is
The food,
the food?
Yeah, the food.
Not a salad with ham on it.
No, a ham salad.
Yeah, I've had ham salad.
I mean,
It's not great.
yeah, exactly.
I wouldn't.
I mean, it's tuna salad, but with ham instead. It's
not great.
It's
right?
what you think it is. It's
Julia?
Would you?
ham
No,
salad?
I've never had it.
Because
Would you eat it at 1:30 in the morning, or would you order it from a restaurant or a bar or whatever that has it at 1:30 in the morning? Choose your words carefully.
Well, I'm a night person, and I get very hungry at night.
okay.
I don't
all right.
really care what I'm eating as long as I'm eating. And the only caveat, I would eat it if there was no celery in it. There you go.
Gotcha. Okay. So
All
you have
right, celery.
standards.
That's very controversial.
Celery's a deal breaker. It overpowers everything. That
Oh,
it's in.
really? Because it's mostly
Everything.
water. It's just
Celery
water.
or celery
No.
salt? Or
It's
celery
water
seed?
and
Yeah.
cellulose or some shit.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's got a taste that's not good.
I think it's that green watery taste that romaine, regular lettuce has, that I don't like.
This same argument is the people who are like, I love celery and peanut butter. No, you like peanut butter.
Not wrong.
You like peanut butter, and you think you're being healthy by eating celery. with
ants
it.
on a log, put little raisins on there.
Yeah, you like peanut butter. Don't lie to yourself.
Not
You're
right.
tolerating the celery while you
I don't
eat
know.
peanut butter.
I
I
don't
had
know
a-
how many times Josh has walked into the kitchen and I'm there with just a spoon hanging out of my mouth. And he's like, "What are you eating?" And I'm like, "Peanut butter." And he's like, "We're going to be eating dinner in 15 minutes." I was hungry. And
Yeah.
It's
But you wouldn't do that with celery. That's my point.
no, just
Exactly.
butter. Yeah.
Well, I had a buddy sort of growing up, and he would tell people he was allergic to celery. And then finally somebody called him out, and I was like, wait a minute, it's just water.
You're like, what?
He's like, yeah, I just don't like the taste.
It's
like,
true.
okay, well,
It's
then stop.
99% water or something. I
Right.
get it.
Yeah.
It's just there's a taste that just I'm not into. That's yeah.
Let's see, what else do we have here for Shift Beers? Lock your cars if you're at any beer event that Shift Beers is also at. With
Yeah,
your
you should do
car,
that.
Make it Shift Beered.
First of all, I don't know who these people are that don't lock your car.
Right.
Right.
Like
Right.
who are
Park
these
in your
people?
driveway and lock your car.
Park in your driveway and lock
Park
your
in your
fucking car.
driveways.
Park in your driveway. Lock your car. I mean, what? I locked my. I got the podcast equipment out. Locked my car. Went back to get more podcast equipment. Unlocked. took it out, locked my car again. And I don't even. Who are these people that just leave a car unlocked?
And we can even see your car from like right here where we're sitting.
See,
so
I got a
even
car
if
wash
someone, I did. It looks very shiny.
It's
I put up.
shiny,
I put up behind you, parked behind you, and I'm like, Marcus' car's looking good today.
Yeah,
very.
It was looking
nice.
rough. It was looking rough. Like I parked in a dust field or something. I was like, I can't do this anymore because when I open the door, I get dust all over my hands.
Yeah,
and
can't
shit.
have that.
I can't have that.
Can't have that.
Too neurotic for
But
that.
yes, be very careful if you're at a beer event and Shift Beers is also there, because either your hoodie and keys are going to get stolen,
or Brian's going to sneak in the back of your vehicle.
Oh my God, that story was
jump out and
awful.
surprise you.
That story was awful. I would have shot him in the face. Well, I mean, not really, but my fist would have gone into his face probably.
Okay.
Terrible.
Terrible.
I panic in like fear situations. It's not good. Not good at all.
I've tried playing horror video games with Julia. It's pretty funny.
You get Charles Barkley. We can get Charles. Hey, Charles, come here.
That story from Bryan was terrible.
You are correct, sir. You are correct.
I love the show. It's a really good podcast. And I'm talking about Shit Beer, not Truth Beer Pod. Anyway.
Well, what about have you listened to our show?
It's in my queue, but I'm very busy. I'm a very busy man working on my golf game. My golf game has come a long way. I don't know if you guys have followed me in my golf game. It was a very rough golf game.
But you know what? If you have limited time to listen to podcasts, our podcast tells you about all the other podcasts, so you can figure out where to spend your time when you listen to entire episodes.
Well, the podcasts I listen to pay me. And so whenever you're ready to pay me, I will listen to your podcast.
That's fair. That's fair. Oh, man. Speaking of his, banging golf game, there were some pretty banging bonus beers.
Oh, yeah.
At the end of this
for
episode. Sure. The only one that I have had from this was Tree Search number 10 from Mad Tree.
Oh, you have?
Mad Tree is, yeah.
Is it
down
here?
A 4-pack.
Do we have it here?
I found it at Delhi Liquor.
Bullshit.
So I'm telling you.
That's the new
400
one,
different
Yeah.
beers here.
New one.
You couldn't find the Oktoberfest you wanted, and I can't find the Tree Search
Yes.
shit.
I've had the new Tree Search.
Yeah.
It's
West Coast.
incredibly bitter.
Yeah?
So he loves it.
Good?
It's
Not
good. It's very good.
Of course it's
I
good.
think we still have one
It's
can left.
yeah. I can save you a can.
Oh, my man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
You're
got
my
you.
brother.
I got you.
Hell yeah.
It is super bitter. It's basically full hops. Like it's hot.
Let's do it.
It is
Let's
raging
get down
hop.
with get
It
down.
is. Yeah.
It is raging hop.
So if you want to just come down to the west side at any point in time, we will gladly.
Yeah, about that.
You can even park in the driveway.
It's the Wild West. People don't park in driveways.
It's true, they don't.
Fucking crazy.
Let's see, what else do we have here? 2 other notes. One is the burp count, and the other, this is something that I've noticed about when Bryan is tasting a lot of beers.
Me too.
This happens, I feel like almost more frequently than not, that he tastes that he gets that umami taste in a beer.
Umami.
Yeah. Oh,
It's-
my me.
Oh my God, what is happening? Is that tied to his GI issues? Like, is this
Could be.
something he should really
Yeah,
see a doctor
no, he
about?
really should
When
see a doctor.
He tastes umami in like everything.
That he's
don't
an
know.
action figure. GI issues.
Oh man.
Real American softy.
Oh,
GI issues.
oh man. But no, it is. It's like, Bryan, we're worried about you.
We are.
We want to make sure that first, I mean, he almost died during episode 100, like literally on the floor,
Yeah.
deceased, left this earth. Beth's cat was starting to eat him for sustenance, which I don't know how much sustenance that cat's going to get from him. And then when he said that, he's like, yeah, it tastes a little bit of that umami. I'm like, he tastes that in a lot of things.
Or
So
you just
either
make
his
that shit up.
Either his palate is like super tuned in to that flavor.
Nah, he wants you to
or-
think that.
I don't know.
He's
Listen to the
faking.
episode. Listen to this episode of Shift
Faker.
Beers, and
Fake ass
maybe
Bryan.
maybe you can find out for us. Let us know. He's a button. Of course, fake ass. Come on.
Fake ass.
Come on.
Taster. Umami.
That's umami.
Oh,
Ooh.
nice. You're good at this.
It's a button. That
That's-
was easy button.
Hey, I can make that happen. Was there anything else from either of you guys on episode 101? Hams and Hams.
They're in reruns with the Gabagool song.
This is true.
But it's not
terrible.
It's not terrible.
No, and it was very fitting.
I enjoy it.
And I feel like there was enough time between their previous use of the blah, 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 blah.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey.
I feel
Welcome to the Gabagool Hour.
Jesus.
The Gabagool.
That's right.
There was enough time between the previous episode where they used the Gabagool song and this one to where it's okay. I had no issue with it.
It's okay when things return.
Sure.
Yeah.
I returned. I'm okay.
Absolutely.
Right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
It's
sure Marco's glad that I'm here.
I'm
It's
very.
fine. It's good.
It's great.
It's great.
It's great. Did you bring any Gabagool?
The Gabagool. There.
Oh, that's what you brought. Okay. All right.
All right. Well, Josh, would you like to do the honors of giving the burp count for episode 101 of Shift Beers?
Lol.
The LOL episode.
Let's
The
go.
LOL
Yes.
episode.
So Shift Beers tells you what the burp count game is, so we don't need to do that for you. And Josh, if you would like to read out the numbers.
Don't fuck it up.
Yeah. This is.
No pressure.
I messed it up last time, and I was really self-conscious about it. So here we go. There were a total of 66 burps.
Very nice.
Okay.
Not bad. I'd say
bad.
they could step it up a bit.
Yeah, you could.
Which equals
better, do better.
132 ounces. Which is the equivalent of 8 1/4 pints.
Not bad.
Not bad.
So that'll do you in.
yeah.
In an hour?
In an hour, yeah.
Yeah.
Even lighter stuff, yeah. You're gonna be.
Yeah, you're
gonna be doing pretty well.
You'd be on your way.
I'd challenge to drink eight pints in an hour.
Next week? Here? Now? Or next week?
That's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot.
I'm sure Jim's
You'd be
gonna do it.
swimming. You
Yes.
Don't worry about it.
got. It's like with like the water between the eyes,
Yes.
like Tom and Jerry
Yes.
sort of thing. Yeah.
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 That's a lot.
Teeth are floating.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
You will not leave the bathroom after that.
That's a lot of
That'll
beer.
go through you
Yeah.
time and time again.
Yeah. And then you get the not only you peeing, but next morning you probably got water butt.
Oh yeah, gravy legs.
Yeah.
The what did
Beth, call it.
no
Gail.
Gail, her mother-in-law, yeah, the squidgies, shit, what was that? It was great.
Gail loves tossed salad though.
Going back to Blumpkins, it's all coming full circle. I'm telling you. Well, that is all of the podcast recaps that we have for tonight.
Okay.
We had a great time.
We'd be
John.
done then.
This is wild.
Do you guys have anything else before we close up this episode?
Nah, I think we covered it. Josh?
Nah, we're good.
You're good?
All right.
Thank you so much for being here tonight.
Thank
Yeah.
you, Josh.
Really appreciated you being here. Love
Truly
having you.
appreciate
Love,
most of the time you were here.
Most of it, yes.
I was gonna say I do wish the Shift Beers episode was called Lunchables or something, being so much about ham.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
I mean, hams and ham worked really well just because drinking hams, eating
Or
all
I
kinds
pulled
of
a
ham
hammy.
stuff. Oh, I like that. I
pretty
like
good.
that.
That's pretty
so,
good.
Ship Beers, reach out to Josh for your episode title ideas. He's got some good. He's got some good ones. I like it.
I like puns.
I like it.
There you go.
Well, thank you to everyone for listening to yet another episode of Truth, Beer, and Podsequences. If this is your first time listening to one of our shows, thank you very much. Hopefully you had fun. If you're a repeat listener, thank you, thank you, thank you. As Marco always says, for your listenership, it is appreciated. If you'd like to support the show, you can like, review, subscribe, share, all of that good stuff. We are at Truth Beer Pod on all of your favorite social media platforms. You can email us anything, truthbeerpod@gmail.com. Any complaints you have, go to @RagingHop on Twitter. And if you would like to throw us a couple bucks to buy us a pint or two of beer or to help us buy more like merch and stickers and stuff to give to you guys, you can do that at truthbeerpod.com. There is a nice blue buy us a pint link. We would love for your continued support that way. And I think that's it. So turn it over to you, Marco.
That's everything, Julia. Thank you so much. And again, yes, truly appreciate the listenership. Julia, what are you, Josh, what are you going to be doing? We're going to start with you, Josh. What are you going to be doing next Tuesday?
Drinking.
Yeah.
Sounds
Julia,
good.
what are you going to be doing?
I'm going to be sitting here at Higher Gravity Summit Park talking with you and maybe another surprise guest.
Ooh, teaser.
About the previous week's
Cheers,
Cincinnati
everyone.
Craft Beer Podcast.
Let's do it.
Cheers.